Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. We got a video today from AJ Rants and Reactions. Modern women are witches? It's all going back full circle, isn't it, guys? Please extra up down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's Chow Time.
Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, I've had a couple of lives where we talk about the rise of Christian feminism, right? And guys, I'm not particularly religious, but I have noticed, especially being black, that there's a lot of these chicks that'll take religion and use it to browbeat men into doing what they want them to do. Right? And guys, I've had a couple of live streams about this, and in one of those live streams, we talked about how witchcraft is the fastest growing religion with young 304s these days.
And I talk about it, guys. The absence of true, a stable religion that has been thought out for hundreds of years is getting replaced by witchcraft, by movie stars, by Cardi B, and all of these people. These are all the people that are worshiping and, doing nowadays is these crazy, weird shit. And everybody thinks this is better?
Days. So guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at some of these chicks that have decided to be witches. But before we do that, guys, like, subscribe, drop a comment.
Gonna have to start burning again.
This channel going. If you guys are watching on Crumble, head over to my YouTube. If you're on YouTube, guys, check out the playlist at the end and my second channel linked in the description. Guys, I am on Locals now, so check out the link in the description also. And guys, like I said, if you guys never did a woman who's into like astrology or any of that, but guys, never, ever, 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 ever date a chick that's into witchcraft. Straight up, guys, nothing good can come from it.
The reason I did this video, because I did another video about a girl saying that she was a witch, but she doesn't practice dark magic. I'm like, what the fuck is this talking about? So when I saw AJ's video about them being witches, and I was just like, I didn't realize it was a trend.
That. Let's get into this, right?
As a witch, I love Jesus, and I'm a follower of Christed wisdom. The kingdom of heaven is within me, yes. Let your light shine before all people, will do. Treat others as you would like to be treated, absolutely. Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open.
See, they're replacing regular religion with this witchcraft and using bits and pieces of religion to put into it. When, again, this is not well thought out.
To you, these are all axioms of pre-Christian witchcraft and wisdom traditions that Jesus maintained.
Now, guys, I'm not even a Christian, and I can tell you.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
She honestly believes this.
I'm a huge fan of Jesus. My only qualm is with the people who speak on his behalf, who pillaged and plundered this planet in his name, desecrating indigenous wisdom and traditions with global colonization, and really not living in alignment with what he taught. As a witch, you don't have to choose. You can love Jesus and be a witch.
As a witch, you could choose. You can still love Jesus and be a witch. That doesn't even make sense. That statement doesn't make sense.
She said that you could be a witch and love Jesus. Guys,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
have you heard something so stupid in your entire life?
No.
Right?
That was
Come on, guys. Come on. Clown world. Seriously. And guys, a lot of this is, guys, religions like, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity. A lot of these modern 304s, they don't want to actually say that they adhere to these religions because there's things, these religions, as a worldview, they encourage or demand discipline, structure, accountability, right?
Yep.
Or at least that's what you strive to if you give yourself that label. So if they want to insert this spirit woo-woo foolishness and end up like this shit, clown world. And guys, her hashtags, hashtag Jesus, hashtag witch, hashtag Christianity, hashtag indigenous religion. Look at that, guys. Clown. Well, oh, and guys, All these knuckleheads in their comments. I'm going to cry as someone who still believes in God and Jesus. That really resonates with spirituality and old religion, and this is so validating. Clown world. Look at that. I hear more Christianity.
See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. People still gravitate towards religion. People still gravitate toward a higher power. They just start creating their own. That's what we're seeing.
In this clip than I have in my entire lifetime in different churches. Look at that. Guys, someone says, I'm also a Christo-pagan, Christo-witch, or a witch for Jesus?
What is going on?
What the fuck is this, guys? What is going on? I'm in a bizarro world here. Clown world. Look at this person right here. Look at these piercings all in their face and the bull ring,
How
dude.
many
Look
does
at
she
this.
have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Look
8.
at this, guys. You know nothing good is gonna come from this. Look at this.
I love being a witch, but also just a little stupid sometimes. Cause let me show you what I just did. I'm praying. I went, please, let me see a snake. Wait. Logic's kicking in. It's cold. Can I see a snake soon, please? Amen.
What?
You think a little bit of logic would be in here sometimes?
Oh no, of course not, guys. Guys, come on now. Do you think that there's any law?
I can be magical too. I want to see a snake. And I'll just open up my phone, Google snake, and boom! I see shitloads of snakes in all different species and kind. That's how magical I am. What the fuck are they talking about?
Logic in this knucklehead's head at all?
And I swear to God, if any of y'all think I'm praying to God, I will put you in God's hands myself.
I swear to God, if you guys think I'm praying to God, what the hell?
Praying.
I can somewhat understand why a lot of you guys get upset when I say, my God all the time. Well, this is awkward.
To Apollo. Ironically, the snake killer.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Coming on here talking all types of foolishness about some quasi-religious BS, right? Trying to make idle, stupid threats, right, guys?
Just like a woman.
Guys, why? Why? Someone says, I did this with Loki the other day. I was like, if you're trying to communicate with me, show me a sign. Look at that. Absolutely insane, guys. And a lot of this, guys, is these social media influencers, guys. I'll do a follow-up on this with some of these witches, quote unquote, that have hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok.
Yeah, now, like, the way social media works nowadays, it's so easy to be idolized and to start your own little religion, to start your own little clique, your own little cult kind of thing. And this is getting out of hand, where people are becoming witches and doing witchcraft on people. Because I take this shit very seriously, because I come from a country where witchcraft is really well known. Like, all of my other Asian friends are always scared of Cambodians because their family always tell them, oh, Cambodians are with that voodoo. Cambodian voodoo is a big deal. That's what I've always heard. My aunts have always said Cambodian voodoo is some dark shit. I don't personally know because I've never experienced it myself, but I listen to others. And I'm not saying I take everything, as is. I take everything for the grain of salt, but I can see how a lot of these people just gravitates toward it because they can't explain certain things that are happening to certain people.
Instagram, YouTube, right? And just like a lot of this LDHG TV stuff, right? And a lot of this, guys, a lot of them just think that this is cool. Now, guys, like I said, I'm not even coming at this from religious aspect. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, guys, never ever allow anyone into your life that's talking this type of foolishness, right?
Seriously.
Come on, man. Absolutely insane. Her hashtags, hashtag witch talk, hashtag witchcraft, hashtag pagan talk, hashtag paganism, hashtag deity.
You know, isn't it so funny too that we made fun of paganism, we made fun of pagans for such a long time, and then now we got to the point that we're going back towards paganism?
Hashtag deity talk, hashtag deity work, hashtag deity worship, hashtag Apollo, hashtag praying, hashtag prayer. And guys, isn't Apollo the Greek god of the sun?
Yeah.
Am I missing something here? He like has his chariot in the sky. What are you talking about? Clown world.
I'm a witch. Of course I conjured Lilith when you cheated on me.
I'm a witch. Of course I put my period blood in your spaghetti.
Ugh.
I'm a witch. Of course I have a jar of your hair in my closet. I'm a witch. Of course I use domination magic.
I'm a witch. Of course I'll spit on the broomstick if you sweep my feet.
See, they're proudly saying this, guys. Wouldn't have we stoned and like burned these women back in the day for doing or saying these types of things? Why is it allowed now? Why is mental health allowed to be so rampant now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Ugh.
I'm a witch. Of course I dance with the devil at midnight.
I'm a witch. Of course we have a voodoo doll of you under our bed.
Now, guys, one thing you probably figured out, that person on the left.
I figured it out.
Ugh.
Witch. Of course I get naked and howl under the full moon.
Jesus.
I'm a witch. I'm actually projecting right now, and I'm actually a toad.
Guys, look at this. This is
You know, I'm gonna take AJ's word that he says all clown world. What the fuck?
what's going on, man. They think this is funny.
They really do.
You know what I mean? And guys, I just don't understand. I think that like Gen Z and millennials don't really understand the actual meaning of things, or don't really like understand what they're representing or what they're standing for, right?
I feel like they just want to rail against every type of norm, every type of ideology that has been, you know, stabilized and kind of thought throughout through their own little thought process. They don't care about that shit. They just want to rail against it and just be anarchists in every way possible and all shapes and forms.
You know what I'm saying? You might be like, oh, AJ, hey, you know, how can you argue, you know, I'm not arguing any religion over the other, because I can tell you that guys, nothing good comes from witchcraft, all right? Seriously, all this curses and all this foolishness, man, you know what I'm saying? Come on. And I think it's disingenuous on why a lot of these knuckleheads take on this witchcraft thing. It's this rebellion thing. It's some type of rebelliousness, and they're trying to get back at like mainstream society, right? So it's like a whole kind of revenge thing. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't spell anything good for anyone involved. Clown. Oh, guys, hold on. Their hashtags. Hashtag witch talk. Hashtag witches of TikTok. Hashtag witch. Hashtag spells. Hashtag brujeria. Hashtag voodoo. Hashtag white magic. Hashtag dark magic. Hashtag Lilith. Hashtag Hecate. Hashtag warlock. Hashtag spiritual TikTok. Hashtag spirituality. Hashtag Santeria. What? Look at that, guys. Clown world.
You're a witch? Ah, I'm so happy. It's really nice to have another witch friend around.
Yeah, I'm really glad I met you too. What kind of witch are you?
Well, I'm eclectic. I like to study all sorts of...
Study? Why are you studying? You're a witch.
Oh, you know, like reading books and researching and... You know, like, that's all about witchcraft and paganism and spiritualism is just constantly learning and researching. So, you know. You know, right?
No. I'm a witch. I don't need to study.
That's actually a good clip.
Yeah, I get messages from my guides, and they told me that Gandhi was actually Sonic. Did you know that? Did you know that Gandhi was actually Sonic?
Gandhi was not Sonic. Did you look that up? How are you a spiritual person, believe in the Fae, but don't believe that Gandhi was Sonic?
Guys,
It's funny.
I'm speechless over here. I got nothing, guys. Here's the craziest thing. People say that they're witches and they're pagans. Guys, this pagan thing is literally... They talk about, oh yeah, the West and white people and white men and white people always take things and bastardize them and take the indigenous cultures. But why is it that the wokey wokes want to be pagans and witches? But all of that is a mishmash of indigenous cultures from all around the world that they've turned into some foolishness, right?
True.
And guys, this shit is black, so you know that this is even worse. That, guys, because a lot of times us American blacks tend to be or claim to be the most religious group in the United States, right? All, like the majority of blacks, always throw out the Jesus, right? So that's how you know that this is really insidious if a chick like this is there, right? And guys, the first person in her comment says, witchcraft is a science, meaning we never stop learning and studying, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Clown world.
Shout outs to AJ. Now bringing this up, I did not realize it was such a big topic of witchcraft. Women are just teaching each other how to do voodoo and all this. Again, I come from a country that voodoo was such a big deal. We have voodoo dolls and all these things in my country. So it's weird that people are going back towards that. I'm just confused. Please like, subscribe below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.